Hey, I didn't gag this time. Hey, everybody, welcome back. We are LethalToad MMA. As always, this is Lethal. I'm Toad. What's going on, man? How you feeling about this card?
Fuck, dude, how are you, man? Been a while. Been crook, been off. Sorry, been letting you down. Sorry about the followers,
No, no,
everyone out
no.
there.
Lethal, you
Fuck,
didn't let me down. So,
right?
yeah, you guys, we've had Lethal is sick, sadly. Family sick now. So, we're just kind of adjusting this based on health. Also, when Lethal's sick, he has to adjust which days he's working, etc., etc., etc. He was he was available early in the week. At the end of a Saturday, depending the week, especially now with all the shit I have up in the air, I might just go offline for a few days because I spend so much time throughout the week. It's not that I'm not watching videos or tape, but I'm really just like not spending any more time with this fucking demonic device. You know what I mean? This thing that consumes our fucking life. So I missed a golden opportunity to have this opportunity with Lethal early in the week, have the video up. All this would have been out of the way. By the time I read his message, he's back to work. So just I appreciate you guys bearing with us, but please do not apologize, Lethal, and especially on
Oh,
my behalf, man. I got the month of September I'll be moving, and so I will be not doing this kind of upload, but from the phone and IG more so, maybe quick little stories and updates. Keep people posted how the move's going, little short shit like that. But this whole setup will be taken down, and my man Lethal here, very important to note, is going to be driving the ship.
I'm a
So
52-year-old man. Everything that happens on this fucking pod, I just have to turn up, right? All the production goes to my man Toad, right? So,
that's why
because
it's
I'm
so
a
shit.
52-year-old,
That's why this is take
fucking,
two.
he
I had
does
his audio
everything.
muted because of my fucking banana
I
meter.
do absolutely nothing except reap the rewards of a great podcast. Thank you, Toad. So while he's gone, guess what? Whilst Toad's offline for about a month, sorting his fucking shit out, doing his thing, and fucking getting his fucking back on track, right, Toad?
Yeah.
Guess what? I'm gonna try and run it.
So
I'm going to try and do it. I'm going to try and have a lash. I'm going to hit that stupid computer button. I'm going to hit exert, and I'll probably $1,000 will get taken out of my bank.
you'll be all right.
You
Hey,
know,
sincerely, if you want
yeah.
me to help you set up your stream setup or whatever, we can do it on a call. I'd be happy to help you. But more than likely,
You know
Lethal,
what?
tell me this: you want to just do it from IG live, and it will be a break on YouTube for that time,
No,
or do you
no,
want to
Toad.
use you want to download OBS?
I have done it alone. I need to look when one man's down, Toad. The other man's got to pick him up. You pick me up when I'm down. I'm going to pick
Yeah,
you up, and I'm going to learn. And I need to learn
you
because
need to
guess
get a
what?
PC,
I'm
brother.
so passionate. I'm so passionate about this podcast. This 52-year-old old duck, look at that shit. Brum, brum, is gonna fucking learn the fucking tech. All right, he's gonna learn the fucking tech, and he wants to do something because guess what? At the end of the day, I want to retire in 8 years. So this is my thing. I want to sit here with you, and I want to do this shit daily. I want to fucking cruise the shit. I don't care. I just want to sit in my little lair, talk fights, talk picks, which brings me on to this week's card, my friend.
Yeah, dude, that's fucking
Uh,
heaven. That's the hope. That's the dream. I'm sure for many, it's just
a bit of
it is
shit,
very time
and
consuming to do what we do. So if it got to become your life, the thing that you got to apply yourself to maybe in the day, you could still have your nights, your other aspects and things and interests, you know what I mean? But when you work 8 to 5 and you want to clock back in for another 8 to
we're in
5,
different time
at the end
zones.
of the day, man, like, yeah.
We're in different time zones. Even this is why how passionate we are.
Yeah.
You're sitting there in the states at like
Midnight.
2 o'clock in the morning,
not
right?
not 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 tonight, but yeah, normally it's that late. Yeah. Normally I go to bed at like 4 a.m. if we do a stream.
But we are streaming live together
Yep.
because this is how much we want people to see. Like whether it's 2 a.m. or in my case, brother, I have to say this: it's Saturday afternoon at 1:21 in the afternoon. So it's a pretty good sign on this end for me for the podcast. But on your end, yes, Toad's pushing the shit, man. You're doing the shit. And after this, everyone, guess what? I'm not the one fucking posting it all. I'm not the one sending links because I have no idea. He is. So Toad, I love your guts, bro. And that's what we say in Australia. In Australia, we don't say I love you to men. Okay? We don't say I love you, man. No, we don't love men.
Say
in Australia,
we all good?
What we say, Toad? We say I love your guts, mate. I love your guts, mate.
That's legit. I appreciate it. Likewise, man. All right,
so I love you.
Absolutely, I appreciate you. First off, foremost, I just wanted to throw that out there again, and I appreciate you, Lethal. It took the right dance partner to just kind of have fun, kicking the shit with you, chilling out especially, and despite the scheduling is always going to be goofy between us. When I get settled back in, we're going to have a more consistent schedule. I'll have more stuff posting in heads up, IG, whatever socials to let people be known this day, this time. Be in the chat. And hey, me and you probably going to be doing some giveaways at some point with some nice trading cards.
Onto the fights, let me say this. I'm going to tell everyone. People are going to, why are you doing this? Okay, I'm going to say this. I'm an honest person. I talk about integrity and loyalty. If you see my old posts, right, on new posts. Anyway, it's all about I want to share my passion with the world, like Toad does, and I also want to sort of you know what? Who wants to work? I want to stay at home. I want to sit in my little lair. Look at my lair, man. I would love to sit here all day in my little fucking beautiful lair, which I built over 3 years. And I got my chair and I got my shit. And I just want to sit back. And if I can make a bit of coin along the way, yes. If I don't care. I enjoy doing this. I want to do this as my retirement. Bro, I do not want to.
We met each other because of UFC Noche, and there's so many more people that we're probably going to enjoy meeting as well, whether it's through the chat, through some of the different social outlets, and maybe even on the stream itself. We already have a handful of people that want to hop in and make this a trio some week. Go through the fights together, even if they just want to focus on the main card, the main event. It'd be nice to get some other perspectives. And as always, give someone else the pad to just kind of shoot the shit, chill out. But again, this week is something special. We are, for the first time, doing the live stream portion of this. Now, there's some logistics that I'm going to have to work out next time with more notice. We just on the fly decided to do this. You're still going to get the recording at LethalToad MMA. The stream key that I, however, use for OBS for my live fight companions, where I live stream, break down the cards. We do live betting when we disagree where the odds are versus the actual flow of the fight. We caked out really hard on Phil Rowe one night, plus 900, plus 750, and they robbed me of a plus 1100 prop, which I actually put a damn near unit on. So, anyways, what we do is normally we stream with that on this OBS platform, and sadly that stream key is still MMA Toad. So we shot this shit tonight. It's whatever. If you want to watch this stream, that's where the live stream is. But we're gonna rip through this card fairly quickly, and if you want to shoot the shit after, video will be uploaded, and we're gonna shoot the shit. So
one thing before we go, in Australia, I swear a lot, so the word fuck comes out of my mouth a lot. Shit, ass.
You're missing the most Australian word. Thank you. What's that fucking sweater you got? What word?
I just say.
What's that sweater, Lethal? I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I need to know what that fucking says.
My wife gave me this, and it says, "Don't be a cuntosaurus." All right.
I love it.
This podcast.
Oh, that's so good.
I swear too much. Now, I am an ex-military Australian soldier that sits back and goes, fuck that shit, fuck that cunt, fuck that shit, and fuck that cunt. That's basically what the words come out of our mouth. So, guys, I swear all love. Watch this. This is the live, Toad.
Yep.
We've done this podcast now 5 times.
Yep.
I said fucking cunt all the times. From this moment on, Watch me not say it once through this whole card. Are you ready for that for a challenge? Because my wife bought me this, so I'm not going to be a cuntosaurus. So here we go. No
Challenge accepted. So here's the thing. It's going to be in the mail. I don't have it quite yet. But we're going to start flying through these cards. And I say that originally, and here it is 2 minutes later. I guess we're trying to explain a couple logistics, and that's what we do. Lethal and I will get on a fight, a subject, a bet, a memory, and we will just warp through fucking time. It happens, and I'm very sorry for those who are a bit on a time crunch, but I got a whistle in the mail, and every time Lethal is just so far gone, and I cannot bring him back to the next fight, or the whatever's on the screen that he can't quite always see, right? You don't see what I see until after. So anyways, and it's not that we can't fix that, just you don't have your shit set up. So anyways, I will say I am going to fly through this next. I'm going to call it. Hold on. I'm going to make a prediction, Lethal. 20 minutes. I got you on this whole fucking breakdown. How's that sound?
Are you having a thing? Are you having a Billy?
That's what we do. Yeah. That's the call to the train. The train ain't fucking
Billy,
rolling without it. You need to stock up.
From the beginning. Hey, look. Like I said, like we talked about it before. I'm only interested in about 6 or 7 out of the 12, but we'll talk about all of them very quickly.
Yes. All right.
Ready?
So there we go. All right. So UFC Fight Night. Taira taking on Hung-Soon Park. This is my attempt to speed run the entire card for the first time on LethalToad MMA, and I'm going to try to do this in about 20 minutes. But Lethal, I need you to buckle the fuck in, son. Are you ready to do this with me? Because I want to hear some of your opinions. I don't want to just fly through this thing. But this is a challenge for us, polar opposite of what we actually do, which is just melt fucking 4 hours away shooting the shit. For me, 4 a.m. For him, whatever fucking time. Yeah, 4 p.m. his time. Fuck. So anyways, a little bit different dynamics of sleep and all that. But anyways, we're going to fly through this starting now. So you got,
Ready?
Lethal, anything for me. One last go. Yeah, let's do it.
Smoke that Billy.
All right.
Smoke that Billy. Let's go. All right.
Take 3. Ready? This is legit take 3. Every fucking week, Lethal. All right.
All right.
All right.
Lead.
Yep.
Follow. Let's go.
So we got Rodriguez taking on Souza. You could follow the MMA Guru pill and pick the one that attempts to look more mannish, or you could break down MMA in past fights and actually kind of respect a little bit more on Rodriguez's side. Souza's actually a great dog, I will admit, and generally I don't mind women's MMA finish props. These last few weeks we've been literally fucking nailing these third round knockouts, and to make just this prediction simple, I think we see a finish. I think Souza could surprise Rodriguez with a big shot that maybe sets up that opportunity. Otherwise, I see Rodriguez just kind of grinding out and outsizing a bit here. So, yeah. Who do you got for me on this pick? But I think Rodriguez takes this, if not by decision.
Yeah. Look.
He's still over there gagging. Let's go.
Look, last fight she lost to Angela Hill. She's $2.78, so basically 3-1 in Australia world.
Oh wow!
Right.
Those props are way fucking different. What I got over here.
3-1 for Souza. So this is why those props are pretty good over here. Souza 15-5 in the UFC. Rodriguez, not in the UFC, 15-5, and Rodriguez 10-2. Rodriguez is $1.45 over here.
Yeah.
All right. So, what I saw is Rodriguez won the last fight by decision. Souza you know what? For my main parlay, the one we talk about all the time, the whole
Yeah.
village,
Yep.
the whole thing. I'm picking Rodriguez,
Okay.
right?
Yep.
But I am not going to count out a sprinkle on Souza
She's
by
2 to
submission.
1 for me. She's plus 180. So she's basically
Yeah,
like 2 to 1 for me.
3 to 1, $2.78, $2.78 to $1.
I would sprinkle on that if I were you.
Yeah.
Do it just money
So
line. Just do it money line.
yeah,
Oh,
just basically 3 to 1's not bad. You put $10 on, you get 30. All right. If
yeah.
you want to just play around at the beginning before you get to your main card.
Hey, Lethal, real quick. Did I tell everybody that we were going to get through this card in 20 minutes for the whole card or like per fight? Because
Yeah, that's it. That's it. I'm done.
I'm fucking. I got you, dude. I was fucking with you. He goes, I'm done. I had to, bro. It was beautiful. Hey, this is what I like about Lethal is, he's looking at this more than just a fight. How am I enjoying myself making money? I like to look at it to more of the stylistic fight and how it unfolds as well. So again, I just gave you my prediction. I think either Ketlin's looking for a big, powerful shot to set up an opportunity to get the fight, or overall, Rodriguez is probably winning the round, is my opinion. Women's MMA is hard with blood, hard with damage, and it seems like a stoppage is never going to happen unless they transition and lay elbows. And 99% of women fighters don't lay elbows. And so these little body shots just waste energy, and then they especially have no pop on the shot, and the job just doesn't get done. So, sorry.
The whole play, I'm going Rodriguez, but I'm going to write it down here for all our fucking fans out there. I'm putting $10 on Souza for that stupid submission.
Yeah.
Right? Just for giggles, but not to win the grand prize of the full card. So, Rodriguez all day. Souza by submission if you want to sprinkle.
I think she could get it done with a knockout myself, but yeah, maybe Souza by finish would probably pay hard because she, as a money line, is a spectacular sprinkle. I do that to be safe. It includes the decision, and it's women's MMA, so I cannot sit between the three and go, I'm so confident this one thing happens. But I bet you the Souza knockout would be the route it would be. Otherwise, Rodriguez is overall winning the round. So, all right, so moving up the card here. Thanks for your breakdown on that, Lethal. Appreciate the props as we go through this. We got Philip taking on Rafael Estevam. He did miss weight. He did not come in and do his job. So he has missed weight, but the fight still goes on. And yeah, he's just typical all-around fighter, but has not really truly proven himself to a level that is really all that noteworthy, minus the win over Charles Johnson, because Johnson's pretty fucking good. So
Johnson, we'll talk about that another pod, but Johnson switched a different gear. He's in a different place.
I know that now. Charles leveled up big time, especially with his win over Woodson.
Yeah,
so
it was crazy. So
yeah, Charles is dope. So anyways,
who you got?
I was actually kind of split pick on this too, because you got Boons, who, I don't know. I'm not a big believer in the guy. I think as he's fought like higher level opposition, it just hasn't really gone as good as it once started. And I reckon Estevam being a little heavier, I just think it makes the big difference here. I think it pushes it into a favorable win for him in the strength category. I think he'll be a lot more fit for these 15 minutes. I don't expect a finish here. I don't. But I could see it happening. I could see Estevam with a finish. But overall, that's my pick. What do you got?
All right. So basically on my 12-dog parlay, I got Estevam, right? He's paying $1.20 just by stats. Not even going, you've already explained all the fucking technical shit. This is for all the other guys. $1.20 for Estevam. Won his last fight by sub. He's been around for a bit. He is fucking 14-7. Estevam is 12-0. Hence the odds. I'm going Estevam. I'm not sprinkling anything on Felipe Burns. I'd rather sprinkle it on Ketlin Souza
Yeah.
again.
Yeah, I don't like the
Uh,
props on this fight, so I'm not doing anything
yeah,
on. All right, you ready to move up the
no,
card?
yep, that's done. So
All
the
right.
next one.
All right, good shit. So we got Austin Bashi, which this guy wrestled probably about 2 hours away from where I live, East Lansing side, over here in Michigan, and was a great regional fighter, doing his thing. And he's just another one of those guys that I know it's so easy to be super confident and say that this is the guy, right? But so many times in UFC, it gets proven otherwise. The fortunate thing for him this time versus his last opponent, I think he does have a easy advantage over John Giannis. So I see Bashi getting this guy to the ground, using that wrestling advantage, winning control time and hunting submissions or potentially some ground and pound. I think he's a good all-around guy, more so on the ground. I do not like Austin Bashi on the feet, and he's just another one of those guys that he's a great wrestler, but it doesn't mean that he's a great fighter, if that's fair. If I respect what Bashi can do when he's close to a guy, but he's got to work on his stand-up game to be able to level up at this level, is my opinion. But I'm excited to see the guy, and as a local, I cheer for him. Who do you got?
Look, mate, to be quite honest, I told you prior to this class, there was a few fights that I wasn't interested. I didn't look them up. Austin Bashi wasn't one of them. I'm just looking at the odds again. I'm going to be the odd maker for this fight. We've got him at $1.13, so he's worth nothing in Australia. You put $1 on, you get 13 cents back.
Yeah.
We got Giannis at $6, 6-1, right? Which means
Yeah.
he's coming out in the structure, according to Shell Sun. And I've always talked about this. Shell Sun
Yeah,
had
he's
said
plus
one thing.
530 here, so like 5-1, a little more.
Look, without going into that fight, which I'm not really interested in, I'm just going to go for my full parlay here. I'm not picking. I'm just going to go by stats. I'm going to take your word on this because I haven't looked up these fighters. I haven't been interested in them.
Yeah.
My fights start from pretty much.
I put
They're a little
$5
bit.
on it for the upset, by the way, because it pays 5-1. Like, okay, it ain't gonna hit, but if it did, that's a pretty crazy
It's
odd for a
one
prelim
shot.
fight with a guy that has to prove himself at a level this high. So, all right, moving up the card, you got Nick Klein taking on uh, Andre, sorry.
Pull neck. Pull
Puliev.
your neck.
It's Puliev, and
Pull
the
it.
guy actually has pretty chill composure. It seems like in the chaos, this guy does seem pretty comfortable, and so does Nick Klein. So I actually think this is potential for the biggest banger prelim fight. I know Arena is a good fight with Nathan Fletcher, and Trayshawn Gore has a really good chance to be a banger. But in terms of two guys that can stand toe to toe with each other and fuck each other up and get a finish, this fight actually pays out at pretty good prop, like negative 120 for a fight under 2.5 rounds. It finally went from a round and a half to the 2.5, but I'm on FanDuel, so I just take it yes or no finish. But yeah, anyways, who do you got on the fight? I'll let you go first this time.
I looked this one up really quickly. Was interested because I know Nick Klein. I just didn't know much about Andre Pulyanev. Pulanev. I can say it very sexy. I can say it very Russian. My name is Andre Pulanev. I am here to take your head off. So that's what I believe Andre Pulanev is going to do this fight. I believe that
It's moved,
Russian.
by the way. It's negative 180 now. The prop. Everyone knows the secret.
So we got for all you Westerners that don't live in America, we got a $1.62 to $1. So every dollar you get 60 cents on that dude. Nick Klein's at $2.30. I'm taking the Dagestani from Dagestan, Russia, who is coming to destroy. I'm taking the longer, lankier fighter in this fight. And he lost. By the way, I did do research. I tell you, I'm just not talking shit. Christian CLD, Christian Leroy Duncan was his last loss. Correct me if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong, Mr. Toad. I did my fucking shit. I'm a bit like DC. I did my shit, man. I'm not stealing shit. I actually wrote stuff down on paper. I'm just not turning up. Yeah, a little bit Australian DC going on. And I've got Nick Klein lost his last fight, though, to Abdul Malik, the African strong Abdul fucking Makiba La Makuna. That dude.
Oh man, I'm sorry. It's not what you're saying. I just love your delivery, man.
Yeah.
It's very
That
animated.
dude, the big, strong, okay, the big, strong Dagestani. And Drago is coming in to beat up the African dude. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Done. Length, reach, and he's from Dagestan. Go to Dagestan for 3 years and forget. Seriously, I believe in that theory now. I want to go to Dagestan for 3 years and forget. That'd be awesome. Imagine forgetting about life and everything and just going there and training. Just training. And they want you to train and just fucking. Dude, at 52, I still think about it. I would love to go to Dagestan and forget about everything except martial arts. That's awesome. Next fight.
All right.
I know, I dragged on. I
I'm
know,
gonna
I put
I'm
you
gonna
down like
answer who I have on the fight real quick, Lethal. I'm downloading a fucking whistle app right now. Is what I'm doing.
that.
I love you, man. I'm
Emma,
always just listen. I'm always fucking with you, but from now
I put
on,
the
Lethal,
whistle.
Lethal. From now on, when you hear this shit, you're done. You've had your time. You say whatever the fuck you want to say. We're moving on. But I love you, dude.
Let's go.
All right. I think Nick Klein wins this fight. I'm confident that this guy goes out, he hits a finish. He just this fight isn't going to the judges, and I only give some flowers early to Andre because I've seen some of his fights on some tape, and he's very good in his striking. I like him a lot on the feet. I like Klein's ability to grapple and hunt for that submission, and I reckon they get into a car crash, and either Klein's more than likely the one who did not receive the better end of it, if it's just a flat knockout, or I reckon Klein actually hurts Andre, transitions from a TKO into a fucking submission, and just chokes dude out. So, all right.
All right, so before you move on, so for up the card, I picked all the 3 favourites to get that big parlay. Is this your first long shot? Because Nick Klein's the long shot on this fight.
Yeah, yep. He's my first dog.
Or would you say that's your first long shot?
Yeah.
That's what you're calling live?
I'm not calling it a long shot though. I think it's a good fight. You know what I mean?
Was 30.
I think they're like pretty evenly matched up in terms of their ability to get the job done. I just like
I've got
who I've seen Klein.
at $2.34. So for me, he's a long shot. Is that your first long shot, Mr. Toad?
Yes, sir.
All right, now we're fucking talking. I
All
know
right.
you don't like to, but this is why we go live. It's Toad and me. And you know what? I've gone all the same 3 favourites, and he's not my long shot. I'm going. If anyone's going to gamble money, put $50 on the first 4 favourites, because I don't think Nick Klein's going to take out the long Dagestani from Poland, Russia, who is coming to kill you. Okay, so if that's your first long shot, but my long shots are coming. My long shots are coming, but if that's your first one, I'm going to put you on the spot here. Nick Klein, MMA Toe, first long shot. I'm even writing down my pad because I believe
Hold on, just one
there's only
second.
about 3 or 4 shots per card. And last 2 weeks, remember, we've had actually like 5 long shots. Remember the last week
Yeah.
and the week before? They've been crazy longs. I actually, do you know what I did do today, though? I put a bet on every one of my long shots, and that come out to $3,000 for $20, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I'll tell you these as I go along. But Nick Klein's not my long shot brother.
Okay.
I've got the
I Yep. Good shit. Let's go. Moving up the card,
All right.
we got Trayshawn Gore taking on Rodolfo Vera. This one's kind of interesting. Gore, very much missed weight. Didn't look deflated and depleted like he had really made a fresh cut. I mean, he was drenched in sweat on the scale, but he looked fresh nonetheless. Just kind of ashamed, like, damn, dog, really fucking missed this weight cut. So wondering what that's looking like in his training. I think he's had like a history of injuries, if I'm not mistaken. Anyways, you got Rodolfo Vera, really great jiu-jitsu, which I think stylistically shuts down that guillotine that Gore is known for, that standing guillotine. It'd be very amazing for his legacy if he got someone as highly as respected, someone like Vera's neck out there in that same guillotine, especially as the underdog. But it's either I expect Trayshawn Gore to hit the knockout, or I think Rodolfo overall wins the fight. The control time and gets off a submission. I don't see this one going to the judges either, but I wouldn't be surprised if Vera got the decision win. But surprisingly, as I say that, I do respect Gore's ability to keep the striking more close, because I don't expect high striking output from Vera. So it's really going to come down to who wins the wrestling exchanges in that controlled time, because that's going to dictate a decision if neither man can get the job done, obviously. And I guess Gore's striking is what keeps him in the dance. But I think Rodolfo's too complete once he gets close to Gore. He's pretty dangerous and could get the job done. So who do you got, Lethal?
Look, dude, this is a real quick one, dude. You're going to love me for this one, my brother. I've got Vieira all day. I love BJJ. I still believe in his BJJ. His last 3 fights were won by fucking submission. He did beat, let me write it down, his last loss was to Petrosky, right? Which was fucking, I found that a bit fucking, wow. All right, Andre Petrosky.
All right, sounds
good. Called out. Yeah, but he did beat fucking, have a look at the last 3. He submitted them. Anyway, long story short, Trayshawn Gore, done, finished, don't care.
Yep.
Vieira, I'm in the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu dude all day, no issues, points, sub, $1.30. He's paying, again, I'll tell everyone on this side of the land, it's $1.23 to $1.46 to $2.72 for Gore. So look, Trayshawn Gore has not proved. He's won a couple fights. I think his last 2 by sub. So he thinks he's got a submission game. If you want to go on the ground with fucking Vieira, that's not happening. Vieira will fucking destroy you on the ground. I think Vieira's got enough experience. He is 10-3 in the UFC now. Trayshawn Gore is still only 5-3 in the UFC. So it's a no-brainer. Vieira all day, sub or points, control time, like you said, or that submission's happening. He's got enough experience to stand up to the basic ability of Trayshawn Gore's stand-up. He does nothing special there in his stand-up. You know what I mean? He came in as a big mouth in the tough house, and dude, he's sort of hanging there, sort of like a Brad Katona. That's all I can say. So I'm taking the fucking Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu 100 million time world champion against Trayshawn Gore.
Sounds good. I'm going to bounce you up to the next fight and let you kick this one off while I finish up this message I have to send real quick. Sorry. This is going to be Rinya Nakamura taking on Nathan Fletcher. Go ahead and lead the way.
In Australia, Rinya Nakamura, okay, versus Nathan Fletcher, mate. All right, so Rinya Nakamura versus Nathan Fletcher. All right, Japan versus fucking England. This is an easy one for me. And the odds are crazy. $1.23 for Rinya Nakamura. Sounds like a fried rice. To Nathan Fletcher from England, who is fish and chips at $4.20. Now, look, I'm going to throw this as my first long shot.
Yeah, okay. Do it. One. He's a nice one. I like him from a betting prop. He's like plus, for me, last I checked, like 340. which is absolutely crazy given the fact it's Nathan Fletcher. But I think it's because everyone's decided to give Rinya one extra chance and said, you know what, man, you really just
Right.
had a bad day
No,
at the gym, because he showed up
that,
and could not shoot. He was just not doing anything with his wrestling, and on his stand up, he was just fucking
brother,
eating shot after shot, looking
what
like shit.
I learned from that fight is he doesn't think outside the box. That is his go-to. He's naturally fucking fighting like that. When you watched him fight that last fight, whether he was having a good day or a bad day, it wasn't. And he's no stand-up fighter. I'm gonna take this fucking prop. This is gonna change my whole. I'm putting him on my big dog parlay, brother. This is why people don't get the whole card, because I'm taking Nathan Fletcher at $4.20. I'm just not taking by win, decision. I'm just taking him to fucking finish that fight by points even. At $4.20 to $1. He is on my parlay. I didn't. That last fight of Renew, really, really, really was boring. It showed me a lack of cardio. I went through it today. This is where I started studying. I didn't watch the first fucking four because they didn't interest me. But this is where I actually sat back and spent 3 or 4 hours going through their fights because I had to remember their last fight. And I'm telling you, wow. I watched Nathan Fletcher's last fight. I'm going to tell you, that guy has got jiu-jitsu. He has got fucking ground defense. And his striking is way more elevated than fucking Rinya Nakamura from fucking Japan. So
Yep.
I'm taking Nathan Fletcher as my first
Yep.
long shot that will kill people. So people follow me and you're following me. That's my first long shot. Everyone, it's Nathan Fletcher at 420. He's going to. I don't think that. I don't think Rinu is going to be able to fucking take him down as much as he thinks he can.
Yep. All right. So you're taking the underdog. I'm going to take the favorite on that one. I think he did have a bad day at the gym, and I think he shows up and is able to win on control time. I don't know if he'll get a finish on Fletcher, but I can see Fletcher being once again better in the striking department, on the feet, a very confused Renya, not really making a lot of initiative despite he totally physically fucking could if he wanted to. So we'll see what this fight looks like for him. I'll give him one more chance before I just never trust him again. He's burned 1 to 2 lives with me. So all right, moving up the card, Lethal. We got Danny Silva and Calvin Velhos. Who do you got for me on this one?
Okay, I've got this one short. Kevin Bellows by TKO. Done.
Yeah.
You want an explanation? No. We've all seen him. We've all looked at him. His record speaks for itself.
He's good.
He's going to finish the fight.
Yep. I like this fight. I also like it by a knockout as well. I like parlaying the fight with Nick Klein. Fight not to go the distance with this one. So it's a little 2-piece parlay. I also would include the main event. 5 rounds. I respect Taira's ability, his grappling, his jiu-jitsu, and his opportune striking, as we know, which is very surprising when it occurs on his terms versus a high caliber like Royval, Taira, I respect that. So that's a nice little 3-piece we'll recommend this week for distance parlays. So anyways, you're going to take Fletcher. I got Nakamura. Moving up to, again, Kevin. Kevin's going to, like you said, get the knockout in the first few rounds and respects the Silva, dude, because this is, I don't know. I think he shows up and looks fantastic and makes this a bit of a fight. I don't know that Kevin's going to just go out there and make this a under 3-minute finish. I think he's still going to have to work for it, and I can see it going into a second round with Silva being busted up, losing the first crash. All right, moving up the card, we got Neil Magny, proud Mud Hut member of MMA Toad. Huh?
So this is the main event for me. All right, honestly, this is the main event for me. I've been looking at every fucking fight. I don't care about the two, as you know, I call them young bloods at the end, fighting it out just to try and be a prospect. The main card's a prospect versus a prospect. Who gives a fuck? We'll see you guys later. Win a few more fights. You're disgusting.
Nah,
Rebecca Duncan,
I
that's me.
disagree. I disagree because Tatsuro Taira had a war with a guy that is still one of the top flyweights in the entire world. So in terms of guys who showed up who didn't go out there and get finished and has 5 round experience, I'm excited to see the kid because at one point he will be your flyweight champion. That's why I'm
And
excited for the fight.
remember when I made that mistake during our group chat and I thought it was Iron fucking Turtle
He
and
didn't even know
everything,
who the
but guess
fuck he was talking about. He's like, man,
what? Now
Park's gonna do this and that. I'm like, dude, Tatsuro Taira will fucking out grapple Park easy. And then he says the Iron Turtle, and I just start fucking dying laughing.
yes, yeah, all right, yeah. One, we'll do that in blooper mode. But right now, let's talk here. We'll talk about that later. Anyway,
No,
right
no, you're
now,
right.
look,
This is a
this,
good fight right here. In terms of a fight
this is
night.
the best. Okay, I'm going to leave this one and you can finish with it because
Yep.
I know you have a fucking connection here. So I'm going to leave this open just as a gambling prospect to anyone that doesn't know anything about the UFC. I have put all my money, every parlay, every single bet, every combination of a winning bet on Neil Magny. All right. I don't see a fucking way he loses this fight. And I'm going to say this. I've actually got a little bit of fucking pointer here. Neil Magny has fucking beaten, here we go, the last fucking Dos Santos lost to, here we go. This is where I was going. Not about Neil
He beat
Magny's last.
Proper Mike too. That was an
Yeah.
amazing comeback. One of the best in UFC history.
Let's not talk about Neil Magny because we know Neil Magny's Neil Magny. Anyone that follows UFC, there's no question about who he is. So let's not talk about his fucking resume. Let's talk about the other dude's resume. Dos Santos, Ezekiel. His last 2 losses, right? Like main losses, main ones. If you look at it, he had a win. But his last 2
Yeah,
was against
Zaleski.
tall, lanky, Randy Brown, Chitty Bang Bang, tall, lanky, Chitty Bang Bang. So I'm putting 2 and 2 together, dude. You're fighting tall, lanky Neil Magny, who's on a mission because he's no fucking gatekeeper. Everyone calls it. I hate that fucking term. Neil Magny is still a fucking contender. You're top 15 in the world. If you're top 15 in any division in the world, you are still a contender. It does not make a difference whether you lost 2.
Yeah.
He was, you know what? So
I do want to say this. I do want to say this. He had a great win over Benoit Saint Denis. That's what only. That's like when he stood out to me because coming into it, I really like Benoit Saint Denis. So it was like early on, Saint Denis leveled up a fuck ton. Also, notably his draw with Renat is pretty good. So I'm not saying this guy's not a good fighter, but I agree. I like that Neil Magny, especially in this octagon, is going to be able to use his sniper, his pistons better, sit back on that jab, work in on those kicks, and win. Probably, honestly, via decision, but would be cool to see him spark Zaleski and hunt for a finish. It'd be a nice way to come back to the UFC since his last loss. So
my second long shot of the fucking parlays. So I've got the 2. I told you they're going to build up. I've got Nathan Fletcher, and my second one back to back. So I believe in this card this week. Nathan Fletcher's at $4.20, and then Neil Magny at $2.59. Back to back. They're going to be back to back long shots coming through this week. Neil Magny all day. I put $200 on him, dude, at $2.50. I get $550. So I'm all good with that. That is easy money. I don't post shit that I don't believe. I believe he's going to destroy Dos Santos. Dos Santos has been around for a long time, sort of in and out, here and there. You know what I mean? I have a card of Dos Santos up here, actually. I thought he was fucking retired. You know, like, who the fuck is that guy? And then I did a bit of research. I went, oh, yeah, I remember that guy. I remember that dude. I had to just remember him. I can't forget Neil Magny. I can't forget his cardio. I've seen him do some cool shit. He's got an all-round game, and that length and reach is going to fucking fuck up old mate. Whether by points or not, it's a win. It's easy money. I put my own money on it. I
Yeah.
guarantee it's going to do it.
I'm just going to summarize with this real quick, Lethal. Neil Magny, great fighter, former military. Got to respect that part too. It's true he's coming off back-to-back losses, but they're against these world beaters that are coming up through the welterweight, which is now the new lightweight. There's so much competition in that top 15. And so Neil Magny a long time ago said to fuck with the rankings, because they're just, obviously, we all know as fans the rankings aren't always true, right? There's always a bit of biasism and who's fighting down the rankings versus who's always getting to fight up in the rankings. And if you never get to fight up in the rankings, then you're not really advancing your ranking. So Neil Magny's just one of those, fuck it, I'm just out here to fight. I like the little bit of the family side we get to see from him sometimes on his story feeds. So gotta respect it. He's like one of those guys that it's easy to get behind, and because he's been around as long as he has, you've probably had a few fights where you really like the guy that he's against, right? But you're always in the back of your mind like, yeah, fucking good on Neil Magny, because he always generally turns out, makes it a fight. Yeah, these guys coming out like Morales and Prates, they're the kind of type that you don't typically see in those 5-round fights, right? Those longer fights. So especially when it's a main event, that's rough, man. Magny's a solid 15-minute fighter with his level of veteranship and just where he's at in his career at this level. I think that good on him for always saying anytime, anybody, anywhere, because he's not picking and choosing his fights. He literally just has the UFC do it, and it clearly shows that he's never saying no to a fight either. So I like Neil Magny for that. I'm a proud Mud Hut owner of the MMA Toad, where Neil Magny is part of. And of course, we here at LethalToad MMA are huge Magny fans. So from both bets to a pick, we got you. We hope you're the best, but most importantly, each fighter get home tonight or tomorrow night to their families safely. So, all right, that's what I got on that fight. I think Neil Magny, like I said, uses his size, uses that jab, uses his boxing. We're looking at points, we're looking at damage, and as long as he can stay out of the pocket with Zaleski and get to the ground, especially if Neil Magny can keep this fight on the feet, I think he's got it. So I like his odds by decision, though. So, all right, moving up the card, we got Carol. Sorry.
One thing about Neil, because you just told me he was ex-military, I just put $100 extra on him because I told you,
Nice.
Us fucking soldiers, we have a different frame of mind. If that dude has said he's going to come back and fucking fuck this dude up, he's wired that way because that's what we have. We're sort of fucked up, us ex-vets. We're all got a little bit of fucking in us. Trust me on that one. But yeah, it's extra $100 just because old mate is an ex-vet, and I know what it feels like, and I know the pressure that they put you on through every fucking camp and every training and every course that you do. So I now am a more believer because he already said at his fucking pre-conference interview that he's just switched his mind. I know when I switched my mind, when I told myself that I'm going to go and do this or that, I'm done. I'm locked in, ready to fucking go. So extra 100 on you, Neil, because you're ex-military, and I think you got the job done. Next fight.
All right,
let's go.
All right, and we're gonna blitz through these, Lethal. So I have the whistle app ready to go. We're gonna at least wrap up here in the next 15. Ready, go, set, go.
I could do it.
Carol Rosa taking on Nora Cannoli. Cannoli absolutely looking nervous as a fucking deer in headlights on the scale. Surprised she made the weight, and it was so much relief. So clearly not the best of cuts there, but she also didn't look depleted either, much like Gore. So Carol Rosa's easily got the veteranship side of things, but in terms of who's coming into this fight, who's going to impose the most will, I like Nora in this matchup, and she is a slight underdog as well. I would be again surprised if, much like what we see in any level of MMA, men or female, it's always the veteran that more times than not wins these early matchups. But I think Canola's proven herself enough to know that she's just a little bit better than that. So I'm not going to see her do much beyond this in the division, but I could see her just shy of top 5 for now. So, anyways, who you got in the fight?
Okay, this is why they don't like women's MMA, because of fights like this, right? No ejecting to the women. I've seen some great women's fights. There's Shevchenko, Nunes, Kayla Harrison. The list goes on. Grasso, Namanuez. The list goes on. But this is why I don't watch it. So I've just got the fight going the distance. I don't care about it. Not interested at all. Who cares? You plucked it out of the air,
Sweet.
Dana. So,
all right, so pick one, and then let's go.
I'm picking loser just for the hell of it, because she's the favourite.
Yep.
But doing that, I'm not even going to give them the fucking satisfaction of picking a favourite. How about this? The fight goes to distance, because that's as boring as this fight's going to be. That is it. Nothing's going to happen. Nothing's going to go on. Absolute fucking.
He's gonna have a Nama Nunes on me if he keeps going here. It's just this women's MMA with you, my brother. All right, let's go. Let's do it. We're moving up the fucking card. The graphic that I see says Esteban Ribovic is fighting Elvis Brenner. God fucking damn it, Lethal. What do you got to say?
Loroshenko is the best female MMA fighter in the fucking world. All right. She is fucking awesome.
She's got good jiu-jitsu. She's got good jiu-jitsu. So, anyways, Lethal, let's keep going, man. Esteban Ribovic taking on Elvis Brenner. I think Ribovic is a solid fighter. And yeah, he's losing, but he's just got these fights where the guys he's losing to, not the worst fighter in the world, but even then, it's like he went from fumbling the bag. Like, it's not like he looked like he was convincingly losing until he kind of wasn't for me. So I think he kind of fades. I like Ribovic early in the first round and a half, and then he just kind of changes, and unless he's dominantly winning the fight, his opponents kind of push back. And Elvis, the kind of guy that he's kind of more kill or be killed, that do Bronx little bro. He's going to go out there and try to hunt for that submission, and he's going to invite that car crash, and that's where I just see Esteban catching him and dropping him. So what do you got for me on this fight, and who do you got?
Hey, look, this one was interesting. I'm taking Elvis Brenner because of that fucking dog in him.
Mm-hmm.
He's
a great bet. I agree. He's a great bet. The props are disrespectful.
So here's my third long shot. I am not taking Ribovic. I like Elvis Brenner. Yes, he's lost a few in that, but what I do see is heart.
Yeah.
You know what? And heart makes a difference in a fight.
He's a better bet now. He was always a good underdog before as a slight underdog, but now he's a moderate dog, right? So he's -2 plus 100, whatever it is. And if you do that plus by finish, it could be really good too.
You put $100 on it in Australia, you get 300. So it's 3-1 in Australia. So
good.
I'm putting it down because I know there's no perfect cards, but I'm going to put him down as one of those stupid upsets because I think he's got the dog in him. And like you said, Ribovic is, Brenner is not he hasn't smashed everyone, but every fight he walks into, he's not stopping. You know, he's like and he's a little. That's what you want to see. You want to see heart, and I bet on heart as well. By the way, I bet on heart because I've seen many people break. How many people have seen break in the cage, Toad? Like literally break.
Tons.
You've seen the face. You've seen not their face, but you've seen their facial expressions.
You see their spirit, their will, their heart. Their belief.
We've watched it for decades. Brenner doesn't break. He breaks people. Or he gets finished. It's plain and simple. So I'm taking the $3 boy. Yep. I'm taking him. I'm a parlay. That's where we're at.
Did you know that Brenner by knockout is plus 1,400 and Brenner by submission is plus 700?
I just took Brenner at 3-1.
Yeah, but bro, if you think it could be a car crash, it's 14-1. I'm going to sprinkle on it. And then I'm going to sprinkle on the plus 700.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'll
I
have
could
a
just
look
look at finish, but I'm telling you right now, the prop is not going to be as good because it's so shifted. Anything
Yeah,
plus,
yeah.
anything plus of 1,000, you're not going to find as good on prop for finish of the fighter. So go and sprinkle on both, and you're actually going to make more money this way. Proven many, many times. So do
I
that. So I'm
didn't
going to
even
take
look at
Burner
that
by
prop.
knockout. Listen to this, Lethal, just for you. Burner by
Yep.
knockout, simple $5 would pay me 75. And
So
and
750 or
or not 750.
what's
Sorry,
100?
$75. I was
Yeah, what's
thinking,
100 pay?
yeah. No, I was thinking if I did a bit more. So, anyways, 5 would be 75. Now, if I take a submission, which I believe would happen more than likely than the knockout, truthfully, I'm gonna do 10, and that pays me 80. So I've invested $15 for Brenner because he is such a fucking gritty. He's a kill or be killed kind of fighter, right?
What put you into it?
But
I fucking
no. That's not my pick, though. You guys got it totally wrong. You got it totally wrong.
No, I know your
Esteban
pick,
Esteban is my pick, but the odds. Lethal, let me talk. The odds are so disrespectful on the finish from Brenner when he's a killer be killed kind of fighter that I'm taking Esteban as my pick because I think it's safer. But just because a pick is more safer doesn't mean that the bet isn't good when it's so disrespectful. So again, plus 1,400 by knockout, plus 700 by submission. Do
I'm doing
both. All right, done.
I'm in.
All right.
I'm following partner.
Go ahead.
Next. This is the thing.
So go ahead and finish what you got for me on that one. I was just trying to finish.
Mate, I'm still going Brenner,
Okay.
and I'm just going to throw in that extra prop because you just talked me into it. You sold me fucking real estate. So I'm going to throw in that extra prop, but I'm going Brenner on that one. That's part of my big parlay.
I'm not parlaying that piece at all. Nope.
No. That's part of my big get the whole card parlay.
I would love to see it hit, brother. That would be a crazy good one for you. All right. Moving up the card, we got the co-main event, which is a fight that I think. So I gave the flowers earlier on the prelims to the Klein fight. Chris Duncan and Rebeski, these two are totally fight of the night worthy, and it could be bloody, fucking gory war. I also
going to be
the thing I do respect is that Rebeski's so fucking tough that he could honestly just be in a situation where I see Duncan surprising him with a submission threat. Like, I don't think of Duncan just as this dangerous kind of feat. He's an opportunist MMA fighter. He's a complete fighter. He hunts for that submission too. And Rebeski might want to come out and have Aura by 2.0 and be bloody and be the man. But if you're fighting Chris Duncan's fight, he's finishing you instead. He's just a smart fighter. I like his IQ, but he's definitely an underdog. And a lot of things, he just keeps showing up and surprising us that he's got levels still, despite a slight rocky road early. I think Rebeski's game for anything he can throw. And if Duncan gets this fight done, it's a fucking submission. But otherwise, I'm very fucking split pick on this one. I've already switched my pick 3 fucking times. And from a betting perspective, I like Duncan because he's a dog. But if Rebeski was a dog, I would like that too. So I'm just going to bet on the dog on this one and respect that both guys an equal worthy fighter. This one, if I'm going to ever so fucking slightly pick Rebeski because he's got higher levels that he's done this shit at, but Duncan is on his way, and I'm not surprised if Duncan surprises us and Rebeski in that submission. So I like Duncan by finish, but Rebeski's fucking too tough to finish, so this will be a good fucking war. What do you got for me, Lethal?
I'm going to keep this fucking really cool. Rebeski's impressed me since the day he's walked into the fucking ring. His speed, his power. Like, I really have been watching this guy. He's fucking intense. Duncan didn't impress me, but he has started to impress me. You know what? He decided to become an MMA fighter. He decided to use his jiu-jitsu and start like, oh, my knuckles and shit, like you were talking about. Like, last two fights, he won by submission. This guy has realised, I have another set of skills, and I might use them, and they're fucking working. I've got this fight all day. There's only two bets here, right? It's finishing. This fight's finishing. Duncan by sub. I was that all day. I was there all day. He's going for his first sub. He's doing a Walter Walker here, dude. He's walking in and making a statement now. I don't think he cares about being the tough Scottish guy wearing Braveheart face, fucking slugging it down. His inspiration is actually fucking Paul Craig.
Yeah.
He said it at his interview.
Yeah, it's sweet.
Yeah, so he's going back to what he probably learned from the beginning. I haven't gone that far into his interviews, but I presume jiu-jitsu was a massive part. And he's finally started to use it. And he's really, that's why they gave him the co-main event. Who was Chris Duncan before the last two submissions?
Hey,
he was fucking normal.
Just to throw it out there, by the way, to capitalize on my prediction also that Duncan could totally catch Rebeski being tough and choke his shit out. The prop on his submission is basically plus 1,000. Last time I hammered this with Marab, and we turned $50 into 600. So Duncan by submission here at plus 950. I'm gonna put $20 on it, and yeah, I think it's totally live. However, Rebeski's also live for a submission in this kind of exchange. It's not like he doesn't have his fair amount of submissions in these kind of post-car crash grappling exchanges. He's very physically fucking strong and grit himself. It could be a dry finish early, like first round finish submission due to a good car crash. So I'm going to respect that the fight itself, listen to this, you'll like this. The fight itself could end by a submission versus betting Duncan. And if you did that, submission is only plus 370, but it's a safer parlay piece because you threw your shot at having also Rebeski by submission too. But I personally, at the plus 1,000 prop, basically, you gotta hammer the bookies for being disrespectful against Duncan by submission with what he's showing us with his grappling. And Rebeski's very tough to knock out. So if the secret weapon ended up being Duncan, well, I'd be damned. I never would have thought that. You know what I mean? So what do you got for me? Again, just wrapping this one up.
I've got Duncan by sub or by points. He's my next long shot. All right. I know and they're all on the main card. The last few weeks.
I respect the decision too. Sorry. I do want to say from a betting standpoint, I like the submission, but from a prediction, Duncan could get a decision because Rebeski's tough. So anyways, go ahead.
Great control time. The power, and there is a size difference. Duncan is a bit bigger.
Yep.
He is strong. Yeah, let's not forget, he's not like fucking. I can see a problem here, and I can see a growing confidence in Duncan. Literally, you can see it from his first. He was, like I said, who the fuck was that guy before the last two fights? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now he's here. And guess what? Now he's here. After this fight, now he might be there. I think he's on the phone.
The thing is, Lethal. The thing is, we're so used to seeing this version of Duncan because he's made the changes. But the thing he has yet to prove to us is, can he still be that same Duncan against this level of opposition? Because Rebeski is leagues ahead of anyone Duncan's fought previously.
Oh, Rebeski's amazing.
Yeah.
Like
so
I said,
I got Rebeski as a pick, but yeah, I'm gonna take his props one last time. Just going over this, Rebeski. If you thought he had the knockout, it's only plus 200. If you think he wins the decision, which is crazy to think Duncan not going out on his shield, that's only plus 380. But then you look at how this car crash could unfold. Rebeski's plus 600 by submission. So that's, for me, it's like, I believe it could happen this way. Not that Duncan's can't be knocked out, but I could see those two having a good fucking scrap, and it's a good scramble on the ground. and someone's getting choked. So a nice reversal, something, backpack. I don't know what that looks like, but I see it being some kind of choke, some kind of rear naked choke. All right, so anyways, moving up the card there, and again, plus 600 prop on that, so not bad. Moving up the card, your main fucking event, the one that I've been personally looking forward to in the sense that...
Everyone, it's the Iron Turtle versus...
yeah.
It's the Iron Turtle versus...
So...
Good night.
It's
All
Hong Park, a.k.a. the Peace of Mind, versus Tatsuro Taira, who doesn't have a nickname. I said happy fight week. You know, happy for Tatsuro Taira. Can't wait to, you know, I hit just kind of a shout out to the guy early in the week. And this motherfucker right here starts shutting down my prediction early, saying how Park's going to this, that. And then he says Iron Turtle. And I just fucking start dying laughing. Like,
you got the wrong part, dude.
It's different Asian Park, dog. And it's not even the same weight class. So here's the reason why I'm excited, Lethal, real quick.
That was bad, baby fucking Lethal, man.
It was so funny. I had to give you some shit for it. So anyways, I'm going to tear through this one briefly, let you give your prediction. I'll weigh in my final prediction. We'll wrap this up. So Tatsuro Taira, I will lead with. I'm a big fan of his. I've been collecting his cards just a little after maybe 7-8 months of getting into it. Not 7-8 months of getting into it, but I'd say for about the first 7 or 8 months, his cards were out there. I started hunting those, filtering those, and winning a good collection of his. But the quality and the rate of that value has shifted so much because he keeps showing up. And it, ironically, like we know, Lethal, it dropped because he lost to Brandon Royval and he's no longer undefeated. But you got to respect that is a top 3 guy at the flyweight division right now who's proven himself against champions that if he's not beating them, he's damn near hanging with them and having moments, if not winning, against other former champions. And Tatsuro Taira didn't have his way with him, but it was a beautiful war that did go still 5 rounds. And you got to give respects to Tatsuro Taira's 5-round experience here. Park hasn't fought the same level, and I think the grappling advantage will absolutely control this fight with Tatsuro Taira. Of course, on the feet, he's shown that he's got some power that can surprise others. He's good, he's rangy, and he's smart. But I'm not ruling out that someone with a big, perfectly placed like overhand countering one of his kicks or entries to grapple couldn't do the right thing. But it's flyweight. These dudes will eat, perfectly placed overhands, kicks, knees. They eat that shit like bowls of cereal. And Tatsuro Taira, though I don't expect him to be anything like Pantoja, I expect him to still have a presence in the top future of the flyweight division, if not reign as a champ with a defense or 2. And I do see this guy of that caliber. Park has so much more to prove to me. So I'm going to take Tatsuro Taira by submission in the first 3 rounds. Otherwise, throughout the fight, I think Park could surprise us with something big on the feet, but majority of the time, and I will watch those live props if they get too disrespectful, and Park's like a plus 600-700. But otherwise, Tatsuro Taira to win the fight within the distance. My only bet on this one that I really hammered was over 5 rounds, distance, no. So as long as we don't go to the judges, your boy Toad cakes out. The risk there, much like women's MMA, is it's flyweight. And these guys do go to the judges after amazing wars. Yeah. I respect Tatsuro Taira finishing capabilities so much. His ability to get the fight to the ground where he drowns these guys, it ain't going there. So I just said I was going to do an intro and then let you do your shit and then get my main breakdown. But I got all geeked up. And I turned this into MMA Toad and I got it all out. So give me your shit, bro. Much love. Thanks for letting me rant. All right, let's go.
Is what we've got going on here, right? So what we've got going on here is, because it's not the fucking Iron Turtle, motherfucker, right?
This motherfucker.
All day, all right?
I was like, that is the most lethal hands fucking thing he could have done.
After my fucking massive fuck up, do you know how much research I did? I specifically sat back this morning I got up at 1:30 a.m. because I knew I had to go to work and then do the pod with you.
Yeah.
And I sat back at 30 and go, man, before my fucking brother fucking destroys me, I better fucking cut some fucking shit here and go, what the fuck? I was like, okay, so tie and win. Now, as what I said in our group chat, and I will stand by this, my friend. He is still young blood. Okay, I'm 52. He's still fucking young blood. He still hasn't fucking come his pants yet,
He's
properly.
proven himself,
Yeah,
though. Look at that win
you
against
know,
Alex Perez, dude. That grapevine, that buckle, that sit back. My boy's a
let's see,
gangster. The disrespect.
mate. I'm finishing off with. I'm just saying the
I'm
only
on
thing
the
I can
I'm
say.
on the fuck the young blood train when they go to debut and they get shut down to a guy that's like not even top 15 worthy in some cases. Taira's proven he's easily top I'd say 7 or so right now in the flyweight.
Dude, all round skills, great,
Where's he
amazing.
actually ranked at? I need to see real quick.
He's
Oh my god,
6.
fucking 7. I nailed that.
Yeah,
That's fucking
see,
sick.
like you
I'm so
said,
happy, thank you.
when we DM each other, you said if he didn't lose against Roy Val, he would be fighting for
He
the
would have fought
title.
Pantoja. Simple. My boy
So
is a gangster, dude. He's
look,
sick.
bar that I'm going old Japanese fucking kamikaze. He's coming into and just do you know what? Japanese have a fucking cool culture, and you know what their culture is? It's pretty fucking simple. We have honor. We have this. You lose fight, I come back and win fight. It's plain and simple. He lost that fight. He's not coming home and going, "Oh, she'll be right, mate." He's sitting back. He's coming back to win this fight. He needs to make a statement. He's got the tools. He will take my uh, other Iron Turtle out. 10-0, by the way. Park. Let's just throw that one out there.
Mm-hmm.
Park is 10-0, undefeated. So that is interesting. Don't you find that interesting?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm
10
just
and 0.
I'm trying to get the graphic pulled up here, and I got lost because I was tracing opponents and
I'm
shit
just
of
10
Park. I was sorry, I was just more so like tracing like again, Park's got so much more to show me in terms of the caliber of the fighter he is fighting, although looking good so far. And Taira's already at the top of the division and holding his own. So that's my bada boom, bada bing. And if you believe it, Tapology, 91% of people who predicted this fight have Taira to win, 63% of which are 63% of which are by submission. And earlier in the week, I saw submission by a Tatsuro plus 350. That's only like a plus 2 or 180. You know what I mean? Like, it's very low now. A lot of people believe that happens that way. But 29% of people think he could zap Park on the feet and surprise us and himself because, again, his striking is not his bread and butter. He could surprise himself and just spark out Park. So I think Park's going to bring it. He's going for a finish. Taira's going for a finish. It's flyweights. Don't go too crazy on the stake. But if you wanted to do one bet this week that I believe in, this fight within 5 rounds. That's all I got for you on this card, man. That's what I got.
All right. This is how I'm going to end it. To all our gang out there,
Fucking
to
Robo.
everyone that follows MMA Toad, Lethal Hand Collectibles, fucking Lethal fucking Toad on YouTube. These are the picks. Sayonara Toad. Here we go. We smoked in. We're going to smoke out. I love you. And remember, Toad, I won't be a Cuntosaurus. I'll let everyone know. I've already got the fucking hums up fucking poster up there, by the way. All you gang. Ready
My
waiting.
camera is so fucking bad I cannot even do this shit.
So
Hey guys,
next week,
let's hit a
everyone
big bet
look
this
at
weekend so I
fucking
can get a
MMA
new
Toad.
fucking
We're
camera,
going to be
Lethal.
doing the fucking breakdown for. All right, brother.
All
I
right,
love
man. Much
you.
love.
I'll see you later. Actually, in Australia, we don't say I love you. What do we say, Toad? I love your guts,
Fuck your
mate.
guts.
I see you later,
All
brother.
right. Yep. See you, man. Peace.
Bye, my man.
I can't. Peace.
I'm trying to.
It's okay, man. Much love. I had a good time with you
It's
as
not
always, brother.
happening.
Good time, man. Appreciate your time.
See you, brother.
Yep. Tell everyone I said hi. Tell your wife
I will.
she nailed the sweater. Great gift.
I love you, brother. Bye,
All right.
mate.
Love your guts, man. Peace.
Love your guts.
Yeah. Peace. The man. The fucking myth. The legend. It's my full webcam one. What do we got going on here? I see, because Discord has it. Gotcha. Well, it's this or nothing, so that's the graphic you get there, huh? But yeah, that was a good hour, right? And I'm proud of us for that. It didn't take 3.5 hours. That was us going kind of quick there. Now, to be fair, like, I can speed run it. Last week I did it, or the week before I did a speed run, just breakdown. It was sincerely 15 minutes or so. So I may do that segment separate for anyone who unfortunately is skipping around or skips ahead, doesn't have all the time. If you did, holy shit. You should legitimately, I'm going to make a code just legitimately, just so I know who the real OGs are. I'm going to make a puzzle throughout the whole video because it's so much jib jab. And I think Lethal and I will contribute a card. And if you can crack the code first in the comments, the card's yours. We'll make a fun puzzle because there is so much time that goes into that, and that's taking time away from you. And at the end of the day, we take so much time out of our lives with work and other obligations and commitments and a lot of shit up in the air in life. So, like I was saying in the early bits of that video, or the previous one, we are moving at the end of September. I will have the house. There it goes. Looks like it just updated on its own. Good shit, Discord. Good shit. All right, so be a very busy, crazy, fucking rough month come September, y'all. So I will be in move mode. It will be a good time for me not to be online and just kind of have some time to me and just deal with some shit. And then when we get set up, we will cook. And I promise we will cook. Lethal will cook. Maybe we just need more days. This is its own stream. MMA Toad could collaborate with other people. Lethal could collaborate with other people. Still use LethalToad MMA. Whatever that looks like. From the stream perspective or how it's done. IG, is why I mentioned that. So, again, that's Lethal Hands Collectibles. I'm MMA Toad. The name kind of gave it away. But we had a good time. We had a very fucking good time. We did some cooking. I got caught up on some bets that I haven't had time to put in that I had thought about. Weigh-ins had suggested, yes, even further. I don't always lock in early, as you know. If the movements aren't that different on specific bets, I might as well wait. Plus, again, we hammer live props quite a bit. So, yeah, Taira will conclude this pay-per-view, or this this fucking fight night. And we got some pay-per-views and things ahead of us. UFC 318, looking forward, or sorry, 319, looking forward to that one there. And may actually go to that one. We'll see. Probably won't, given the time frame it's occurring, but maybe. We'll see. Very up in the air. If I can still get a nosebleed for 400, then I'll drop the money for the train, and I might just do it. But I will also maybe sell something to pay for that trip, like a card. If I really need the money that much, I will consider doing that. Don't think I do, but just in case, because with moving there in the next month will be so much surprise into some of these security deposits, the one I moved into now, I think it was like 250%. So if you're at about, $13.50 a month, yeah, I mean, you're forking up like over 3 Gs. That's kind of tough for your average American hardworking middle class person who is paycheck to paycheck right now in this economic fucking dump. Feel like in a different paradigm, like if I would have been a Windows 95 admin, I probably would have had like a good life, but because I'm a fucking Windows 11, Windows 10 fucking admin with so many call centers and competition around the world and businesses that counter fucking mirror each other's strategies in business. The workers are just fucking pyramid scheme structured, just getting fucked at the bottom of that shit. So be cool to level up eventually. And I just think at this point the next step for me is being sysnet somewhere. Once I figure out where that is, I don't have a preference in location, and I'm willing to relocate. I'm more so okay, for now, staying in the area, just because I get to see my dad a bit more. But otherwise, for the frequency that I do actually see him, I think it would be okay if I did travel and work for the next few years. Still find time to be home quite a bit, but you know what I mean? If overall I end up making more money and I'm happier doing it, then that's more important too for me. Or sorry, even less money. And then I would be totally okay doing it, because the hope is to be able to resume this kind of content early in the day, post throughout the day, and then at nighttime, whether that's be working or just doing whatever, that's okay. But at least that's out there now. At least that's posted. At least that's getting to viewers sooner. And now that I have to coordinate all the way across the world, completely different, what is it, a fucking 10 hour difference in time or some shit. It's absolutely fucking stupid. It's 12 p.m. for him and 10 p.m. for me, so yeah. But we make it work. It's cool, and I appreciate his flexibility there, and I appreciate you guys hanging out, like I said. The miss has work in the morning, so I'm not trying to keep her, away from her sleep. So it's a good way just to kind of chill out too, while we kind of just wrap up this card. But yeah, part of this blackout on my end for the month of September, doing less stream content, uploads and shit like that for a minute, is going to be just taking down and getting ready everything to move and make it as stress-free as I can around the house, have everything clean so that I can be quick, because a lot of these places, if you don't jump on them right away, you're fucked. And I would also like to move myself in early and not do like bust down, move your entire fucking life on a Saturday and a Sunday. I'm most certainly taking a couple Fridays off and making extended weekends 2 weeks in a row, and we'll make this shit stress-free as I can. So we got I thought I'd be moving, but it looks like I'll be instead enjoying it, celebrating, doing something with it. But I do got Labor Day coming up. I'll have to keep myself busy that Labor Day. I'll probably honestly do a bunch of disc golfing that day. But I'm definitely going to do a lot more MMA content around that day too, just because I will need to keep myself super occupied. I thought I would be moving and busy and that would keep me occupied, but I actually will be moving after September 30th. So went from not having any plans other than moving to thinking, fuck, now what am I actually going to spend that day doing? So maybe try to cook out with the old man there, do a bonfire for sure, that kind of shit. Do some fishing maybe. We'll see what that day looks like. But anyways, guys, we appreciate you guys hanging out, chilling, because I know I got a little bit of a stream going. Sorry with all the fucking fight recording shit that I have up. I didn't have any like live chats or anything rolling this time. Spur of the moment, Lethal wanted me to, well, we were going to start recording, I said, hey dude, we should do the live stream and just kind of see how it looks, how it sounds, how it turns out. I can make some quality adjustments, maybe structure UI a little bit. Now I'll have to just make another scene in OBS if a third person comes on, but it should just naturally, turn into like a trio with the fact that I got my monitor in Discord layout as portrait. So it's actually, I think, quite stackable. We'll have to see. Maybe get a quad camera angle, but we'll test it out and have some people on. If you guys do want to participate, let us know your favorite picks, your favorite bets, all that shit. Shoot the shit with us. Show us trading cards. Shoot the shit, obviously, like I just did there. Shoot life. Come do so. You're welcome here always. Much love. Thank you guys. LethalToad MMA signing off. Thanks for joining us, Lethal Hands Collectibles, and I'm MMA Toad. We'll see you guys next time.